Okay, let me do a little brief introduction of our CEO. I'm sure everybody is familiar now, but as a custom, we still, just in case we have some new people that don't know our CEO yet, we will give a little brief introduction. So yeah, Ramin has been in the networking industry for 35 years, and he has all the experience through all the different companies, all these potholes, loopholes in this industry. So he knows the exact in and outs of the secrets and everything in this industry. And he has accumulated all this experience, difficulties, obstacles, and up and downs and everything. So all the experience is being boiled down to the knowledge that he has. And in setting up the company of Opulence in 2005, he kept all these different elements in mind to create the best of the best in our industry. And it just give us the normal regular people the best chance to live an opulent life. So with his expertise and his down to the earth in the trenches training for us every week, we are all getting the best nutrients that we need. And everybody in this industry, in our company, you are being educated almost like a university of Opulence University. You are learning from first year like a freshman. When you graduate in a few years, you will graduate with a big reward of possibly $1 million or even more income. So this is the training and the university that you graduate with a big potential. And we are every day we are learning more. And I'm so happy that we are in association with Opulence Global, and it's just getting better day by day. And we are all experiencing the new changes, new innovations. With the Web 3.0 coming our way, we are actually attracting a lot of energy from the crypto world. We are having all in the expectation of the new product, FOL Clinical, if that's the right name or a different name. Anyway, we have this 15 claims that we can use in to just help us market the product much better. With these spearheading our product line, our platform, we are going to have a great future, especially with the commitment of Ramin training us every week. We are going to be, all of us will be the best among the best. So without further ado, I'm going to leave the time to Ramin, and you take over. Thank you.
All right, Doc, thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. We're not on YouTube tonight. It's tough to get good at YouTube stuff, but we're on Zoom as usual. All right, so I see we got lots of countries on. Of course, we got Canada, Brisbane, Australia, Trinidad, very good. Guyana, nice. Thailand, Philippines, beautiful. All right, United States and so forth. Okay, Jamaica, Taiwan. Okay, you're all waking up now, huh? Representing the country, awesome. All right, I see a lot of people jumping on board last second. All right, welcome. Let's get started. So tonight we talk about some of the grassroots, important core part of MLM, and that's trade shows. And you know what? We're excited here in GTA area, Toronto, Ontario area, because it's the show week. We call it the show week. It's a show week. It's showtime. And Henry, you're part of that. You were one of the first to get in. So as a company, we do it once in a while, but everybody should be doing this once a month. So tonight we're going to talk a little about, how to do advertising, a little bit about how to use a script, what your script should be like. Not really a trade show script, is something you could use on social media, but we're excited about it's a trade show week. We have, as a company, as you know, we're going to put a nice display there right away. 15 people who had a shot to get a spot on that. They bought tickets right away, and they're going to have fun for 3 weeks. and they're going to build momentum. And that is something you need to do. When I was on the field, we became very good friends with Chamber of Commerce because we wanted to know everything that was going on in the city, especially trade shows. And so you need to do the same thing. There's probably 10 or 15 trade shows in your city, doesn't matter where you live in the world, and you need to have a presence there. Just like if you're a traditional business, what do the people do? They want to go on the busy street. Why? They want to have presence. And just what you need to do, you need to be where the crowd are, especially those trade shows that are, they're specifically designed for things like, for women, for business, or all this stuff. And every country has those things. So it's a show week. We're excited at the head office, and our team is working on that. And if anything, you should be thinking, okay, in my city, there's going to be a woman show, there's going to be business shows, there's going to be franchise shows, there's going to be all kinds of things that I could have presence on. Some are bigger, some are smaller. You don't need to go elaborate like we do as a company because we're the company, so we present. What you really need is a table with a good selection of products. And again, we have full trainings on this. Danny and Sanaz work on that. So just make sure that if you want to build momentum fast, the fastest way that I know to build momentum is trade shows. The fastest. Why? In 3 days, you're going to have thousands of people go through. They're coming to you. You pick up 200-300 leads if you got the proper setup, which is good products, some type of award to win, prize or something. So again, we got proper gift scripts. You're going to do very well. And sometimes in one trade show, you pick up 50 leads, 25, 30 leads, and that keeps you busy for 2-3 months, sometimes more. So it's imperative that if you want to build momentum in any business, you need representation. MLM is no different. You got to find these places to go. Some people like to do networking. Great. All of those things work well. So it's a show week in the GTA area. You should be doing that in your city and be just as excited about it. And you don't normally do it by yourself. The minute you put a word out there, hey guys, I'm doing a trade show in this city, you got a bunch of people say, hey, I'm in. Next thing you know, there's strengthened numbers and you're working as a team. We have full trainings and you could keep doing this over and over and over again. And here's the thing about trade show, it's just like everything else. I talk about it in forensic, keep doing the hard things till it's no longer hard, right? Do it so many times till you become an expert at it. So we're not looking at the end result right away. We're looking at the process. Now, the end result will come because there's just so many things going on. Trade show, you're going to get a bunch of customers and distributors, but that's not even why. It's just makes you better. You become very good. Oh, Karen says they're doing that in Winnipeg. Wonderful. You know what? Because we have the full system here. All you have to do is just take action on it. Now, more than ever, these trade shows are really, really important, especially this year and next year, to get on them because pandemic was hard on all businesses, right? The pandemic was hard on all businesses. It's no different in MLM businesses. So there's a lot of companies that are going out of business, who have gone out of business. MLM has a big workforce, like 200 million people. So a lot of these people are either going to become company-less or they already are. So you're going to pick up these people at the shows, right? They come to the shows. So, we have an opportunity to pick up a lot of these leaders and distributors and users. So you want to be present, in a time where a lot of these companies are struggling and, or they've done so much struggling already that distributors are kind of tired and fatigued. Your flag needs to be up. Say, hey, your flag needs to be up. Hey, okay, we're here and life is good here. It didn't affect us. So, which it didn't. So it's important that you get yourself out there, right? Get yourself out there. Some people, like me, I don't mind full-time, get their MO box, just smile and dial, make 100 engagement, 150 engagements. Great. We all need to do that, but try to do once a month. If you can do once a month, do some type of trade show, you'll find that the job gets a lot easier. The job gets a lot easier. So somebody says they cannot see. We are not seeing you, Ramin. Why? Henry, can you see me? Am I
Yes, I can see you, and you are spotlighted, so you are the focus.
okay? All right. So okay. All right. So I'm always thinking, so but there's a lot of people we can help, right? Truly, we should change our slogan from, join our team to let's go recruit some people. Our slogan should be let's go help some people. Surely, let's go help some people with our product lines, with our opportunity, because everything that people need right now, we have. So really, we should change our slogan to, hey, tonight it's not I sponsored somebody. Tonight, I helped their family. Tonight, I helped somebody, to get started to the business, become self-employed, products and all of those things, because we bring so much a culture, everything we bring here, so there's a lot of people we can help right now, lots of people, and there's about 200 million people in MLM, but there's like 7 billion people outside MLM. Everybody needs the exact same thing, and we have those things. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what, I should start having some fun on social media. And I always put myself in as, because I was a distributor like you, right? I was a soldier. I built 4 multi-million-dollar business as a soldier, as a distributor. So every time I walk out with a policy, I'm thinking, okay, if I was doing that, if you're on the field, what would you do? So today I'm saying to myself, okay, if I was to run an ad in social media about opulence, what would I do? And you guys should have some fun. And by the way, I just wrote some stuff down. And you guys just write it in the chat as well. If you were to run an ad, what would it look like? So if I was to put an ad, an MLM ad, on social media, maybe we'll try this. I get the IV and the marketing team to actually try this out, and run the same ad in maybe 3 different countries where you focus on these different countries, and then see which one comes up with a better result. That means maybe you have to do some translation or whatever. So if I was this is an MLM specific ad, like where if you're looking for network marketers, right? Now it's not been completed because I need to, complete it, but it was just something I would just write now. So MLM specific ad, that means you're looking for networkers. You're looking for these distributors either lost their home or they're not happy with their home or company struggling or whatever it is. So it would be maybe my headline would be this, maybe yours would be something different. I'm not saying this is how it should be. This is just how my mind works. And so headline would be radically different MLM. So I'm not hiding behind MLM. I want it to be out. There's a lot of people in MLM, right? Remember, this is specifically designed for MLMers. It's designed to get MLMers. So we're not hiding. We want them in this, right? Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. So radically different MLM. That would be my tip headline. And so all the MLM is like, ooh, this is different, right? It's different. And I put some bullet points. Successful track record since 2005. I find the more we expand to other parts of the world, especially Asia, they kind of like that because, there's like 1,000 companies launching these countries and they all last 6 months. So, it's important. And then, most importantly, they really like companies that come out of Canada. They want companies that come from this part of the world. So if I'm running ads in those areas, I want to put out some important bullet points. So successful track record since 2005. Okay, it's going to be around. Debt-free, A+ BBB rating with over 1 million orders delivered. Now, they might not understand what BBB is, but you don't have to understand what it is. It sounds good, right? A+ BBB rating. Well, for people who don't know, this is the main regulatory in Canada of Better Business Bureau, right? So people look for that rating, for A+, the best you can get. And with over 1 million orders delivered. So, okay, it's a big company. This is not an upstart thing, like one of those guys with an iMac launching something with over 300 celebrity and dignitary clients. Woo, they're celebrities. It must be good. Revolutionary and flexible smart buy system. They don't know what that means, but sounds good, right? Smart buy system, unique in industry. I want to take you through each one in a minute because they're all true. And you have to understand it if you're new at this, right? You have to understand it. 1,000+ exclusive products, revolutionary total service program, unique in industry. Again, I put unique in industry so they know, okay, well, I don't understand what total service is, but it must be really cool. It's unique in industry. Global reach, ship products over 204 countries and territories. Oh, okay, in my country then. Web 3.0, oh, the young guys love this, right? Web 3.0, native cryptocurrency with staking, NFT shopping, and more, unique in MLM. Again, if they don't understand what that meant, they know what cryptocurrency is. And again, if you have it here, it must be good, right? I mean, you go buy a car and it says, hey, it's got double wishbone suspension. Well, you have no idea what that means, right? But oh, it must be good. It's got double, they're saying it must be good. So, no, it is good. My point is, though, you don't have to let them understand something to say it's good. Of course, most people have heard, cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and staking and all that stuff. So again, it's a good thing. And you're going to attract a lot of non-MLMers too in that, because just the Web 3.0 cryptocurrency alone will draw a lot of people in. At least you say, okay, what's this thing all about? This, because these people always look for something new. And multiple global distribution centers. For information on how to become an Opolis global brand partner in your country, inbox me. So, something simple you put out there, you drop $5 a day on it and test it out, right? That's what advertising and marketing is. Where you put out something and then you put it out there, you drop $5 a day on it for, I don't know, $10 a day on it, maybe for a week, test it out, and then, see how it goes. And maybe you get a couple of leads. Great. Look, you only need one person going LA that pays for, I don't know, a whole month of advertising or more, right? I mean, it depends how much money you're putting in it. But it's important that we start marketing. We start marketing and advertising. So going back to, remember, this was for MLM people. Now, I'm going to go through some of the psychology behind this, because if I was looking for an MLM, if Ramin was looking for an MLM business to join, because of my experience, I would know what to look for, right? Very first thing is, well, I'm not interested in looking for the thing that just launched a year ago, because they just don't make it anymore. I mean, when I started, we used to say 18 months, 24 months, then you kind of save. And then that became 5 years. And now it's even, I'm buying companies that are 8 years old. So they're just, they're just not that, that's just not there anymore. And network marketers who are seasoned at it, they know that. So successful track record since 2005. Because what's going on with MLM now, people are looking more for longevity than they're looking for the fastest thing, because they're looking for something they can call home. And as the time goes by, more and more, the culture of MLM is switched more and more into culture, longevity, who's the upline, who are the corporates. It's going to become a lot more than that, than what's the product, what's the comp plan, because they're looking more as a home, than what's the percentages or the products, because they're becoming more and more mature within the industry. It's like when you buy traditional business right now, of course you look at the balance sheet and all of those things, but really you're buying the business, right? You're buying the profits, you're buying the location, you're buying the passion. You don't really care so much about the details of it. Like the guy who buys, the example I use, the guy who buys a McDonald's franchise doesn't necessarily mean he loves Big Macs, right? He buys a McDonald's franchise because the business model makes sense. MLM is becoming that now. MLM is becoming more mature because people have tried different things, and now they kind of, they're fed up. They love the business, but they're just fed up of that. So they're assessing the upline better. So you better become good. I'm telling you, they're assessing the upline better. You better become a good upline, become, professional upline, because they choose somebody else, right? They're assessing the company, they're assessing the upline, they're looking at track record, they're looking at reach, they're looking for stuff that, that's important to them, beyond the hype of the product and beyond the hype of the company. Those two things are still very important, right? It's still very important, but it needs more than that. Here's the reason why. I have never seen a company that sells products that they don't sell the best product. Everybody sells the best product. Nobody has a second best. Everybody has the best product. So since nobody has a lab, in their homes, nobody is a scientist, then people just buy the hype. Like we've done some testing F4L versus the best of other antioxidant, and F4L just destroyed it within 3 seconds. But nobody can tell that, right? Most people, and those companies are growing too. All these MLM companies are growing. That means that, the season network markets look beyond the hype, right? And that MLMs look beyond the hype. The comp plan, again, nobody understands comp plans anyways, right? Because a bunch of numbers. So people look for something beyond that. As long as the comp plans made some millionaires or whatever, then that's fine. It works. Doesn't have to be that absolute best. So I talk about that. Debt-free is important, especially after pandemic. So many companies are in trouble. And I'm really shocked because I've talked to a bunch of people now. It's amazing to me how so many companies stop paying their people and the people are still there. It's unbelievable. Like, I'm shocked. And now I shouldn't be shocked because years ago, I wrote in my book 23 years ago that MLMs are now getting loyalty checks and not royalty checks. And what they're loyal to wasn't really to the company or the product. They were loyal to their own people, to an organization, because I've been telling them this is the best company. And all of a sudden, by the time they realize the issues and stuff, then they really can't move because now they have to stay with their people. And I'm running to all these people. They run other products, they run other commissions, all of the stuff, and they seem to be not doing anything right. And yet people stay with them for months and years. And I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that this is happening. Like, you guys have no idea how good things are here. I'm not bragging about it. At least, you call, we answer. Your check shows up on Tuesday. The proxy when you need it. Like, this is as good as it gets for the business, right? And so you guys are you got your cushy business here where you don't have to worry about the things that other people go through. Anyway, so we talk about the debt-free, and then the A1BB rating. BBB rating is really good because it's brings a lot of credibility to our claim, right? It's not just us saying this, but look at the BBB rating A+. It's the best you can do. And after 1 million orders delivered, so big business, A+ rating, it tells the whole story. Then we got a bunch of celebrities and dignitaries who are wearing our products. Oh, wow, great. I mean, that's always, it's called the third party credibility, right? The BBB is a third party credibility. Celebrity and dignitaries is a third party credibility, right? The ex-president of Nigeria, Jonathan, he wears one of our very president watches. It's $140,000 watch. Nigerians need to ask how he could afford that. But you know what? That he's actually one of the customers who ordered one of our ferry president $140,000 watches. All right. So then we go to revolutionary and flexible smart buy system. Now, MLMers, they want to know what that means right away. So revolutionary, flexible. These are the words they like. Flexible, they like because comp plans are very strict, right? Revolutionary, that must be new, unique in the industry. Well, let's find out. So again, these are buzzwords that new MLMers love. 1,000+ exclusive products. This one for some people who don't really, this is a kind of a hit and miss with MLMers because some people have kind of, they were raised in this culture of one product, that's all they had, right? So they join the first company, it's got one product, lots of hype. They go join the second company, they're looking for that one product, that's all they know. It's based on habit, right? Then that doesn't work in the third. They keep changing companies and they don't realize why it didn't work the first time. They keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, but they're used to it. That's just that's their habits, right? So it's for some of them, you have to explain, the name of the game right now is no longer hype. The name of the game right now in MLM and in the future is how many use cases can you bring? How many use cases can you bring? How many problems do you have a solution for? How many, how do you make how's their life is better with you in it? How do you help with their independence? With the lockdown we just had. So in other words, the more use cases your product lines, your company offers, the more security you have, right? The more independence you have. So that requires some education. Some of these guys who may have those habits may even be veterans in MLM, but they know what they know. They're expert at what they know. They're not expert at MLM. They're not expert at what's going on in the industry, but they're expert at what they know. Get one product, put hype to it, right? So So it's that part we need some explanation. Revolutionary Total Service Program sounds really good, you know, and they all want to know, what is this Total Service Program? Unique in industry. Again, buzzwords. Global reach, shipped to 204 countries and territories. That is a win for everybody, right? And especially if you don't know where your leads are coming. With something like that, you could run this ad anywhere in the world, right? Anywhere in the world. Well, other companies, by the way, they can't do that. Other companies, they cannot do that because the company has only few distribution centers and they only do business in those countries. Only. Let me explain to you because you probably don't even know it. So we ship to 204 countries and territories, but we have total service only in 17 countries. What total service means is that although we don't have a distribution center in those countries, the citizens of those countries, they actually don't have to deal with the customs. We do as a company. So we offer a free service here that everybody else charges, right? You know, it's clearance house here, right? We got our experts here. And so what we do when the business takes off in the country, or it's about to take off and we have some good potential there. So what we do is that we have our experts here, they contact that country and we'll, you know, try to get all the fees that the country charges for clearance, customs, and those things. So what we do instead of the distributors in that country to have to deal with their customs when the product comes in, pay VAT and duties and all that, it's a hassle, right? Nobody wants to do that. They want to buy once and don't be bothered again. So we go to the expense and time that we set all that stuff up. We get FedEx to charge us when you play later on, so you don't have to be charged. And we take that fees and we add it to the price. So this is what we got zone pricing. So for example, the zone pricing for international zone pricing is 25%, right? Well, in Philippines it's 40%, for example. In Thailand is about 49% of what in Kenya was about 70%. It all comes down to whatever the customs fees are. No company in history of the world has done that. Nobody. It's a lot of work for us, by the way. It's costly. The manpower on this is insanely difficult because, you know, we have to deal with a lot and pay for a lot, but it makes your life easier, right? So nobody offers offers the total service because, you know, nobody does. You know, the only time you don't have to worry about the customs is when that company already has a distribution center in that country, like we do. Like we have distribution in Manila, we got one in Bangkok and so forth, Singapore. So in those countries, we already have a distribution that all that stuff is done before, right? But if a country is shipping to another country, if the head office is not, if the warehouse is not in that country, then the distributors in that country always has to deal with the customs. So we have a system called the total service. And if you got a lot going on, we're willing to make the investment into you, into your country, into your people, and do all of that for you. And we add all those costs to the product pricing, to the Canadian pricing. And all of a sudden, when you order your products, we deal with your customs. You don't have to. Nobody in the world has ever done that. And they will never do that. They will never do that, right? So let me give you an example. If you're in a country and you order something online, right? You order something online, of course, and that thing comes from another country. Of course, then the customs says VAT and duties, correct? Right? It's normal. It's normal. You order some eBay, Amazon, whatever. It's normal. If Amazon doesn't have a distribution center in your country, and then you order something that's coming to you, they charge you VAT and duties because at the end of the day, that's what the customs want. And we come up with this total service where we got things going. We say, okay, you know what? We're going to invest into that country, into our leadership there, into our people there. We do all of that. You guys place an order. It's already included. We've done all the work. You don't deal with customs. So again, this is a big idea. It's a big idea. In my 33 years, I've never seen anyone do it. Global reach, ship about 204 countries. That makes it easy to prospect, right? So you can run to anybody, anywhere, doesn't matter what color or what religion or whatever, you can recruit them. I think there's only about 20 countries in the world that said merchant companies and saying, because on the sanction, even some of those people still get around them. I think there's a couple of countries that are hard to get in. Turkey's hard to get in. We just found out with Turkey, they don't like anything in their country. So we try, because we have a big team there now developing, we just want to see how we can figure that out. But in our 17, 18 years, I mean, we've been pretty good. I mean, and we got a lot of things going on too with the lawsuit, with our law firms where they're doing all these registrations. They had like 6 or 7 law firms going on all the time. Rico, my GM in Philippines, he's my right-hand guy for that. So, we're constantly expanding, and to make it easier for everybody. Yes. Of course, the Web 3.0 attracts a lot of younger guys or the crypto people, brings them in. These are the people generally, yeah, there are some of that go join these crypto scams, but, we draw some of those guys into maybe into real business. I think the people who are attracted to a crypto scam, those Ponzi schemes that go on, I don't think they're really interested in the real business, at least the leadership anyways. They kind of like the little Ponzi schemes that last 6 months and then, they keep move on to the next one. But it does bring a huge crowd from cryptocurrency who love crypto, and all of a sudden say, hey, you know what? I can do that and do it real business. So it draws in a lot, opens up the market to millions of people. And of course, having the multiple global distribution centers, this might not be important to somebody, say, on other countries. Well, why do I care if there is one? But it's important to me in one way, and that is it brings credibility. And again, it shows that the company is it's a good size, it's a large size company, and it's a company they're safe with. So these are all bullet points that after 33 years in this business, if Ramin was looking for an MLM business, if I looked at this, I'll be pretty impressed. I'll be very, very impressed. Even if I didn't understand some of the terminologies, like native cryptocurrency with staking NFTs and shit. Okay, well, if somebody's not crypto, doesn't know these things, so hey, that sounds really good though, right? If it's the total service program, you don't have to understand what that is. Who doesn't want to get total service? Everybody wants to get total service, right? So it's quite impressive. So that would be, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see your ad, right? I want to see your ad. So as we're talking, maybe we can throw something in the chat, or better yet, you can email us. If you use your ad, maybe I'll throw something at you. You get a gift or something. But you guys have to start investing into advertising, and you can always set it up that it only runs in your area, where it's a city or country. I think country should be good and then eventually expand from there. One thing I used to always do, and you should do the same. If a company said, hey, we're opening up this country, right now, Thailand, right? I would get my leadership to say, guys, companies opening up Thailand, we got to take advantage of that. We got to get our market share, right? So, so we're expanding fast. When we say, hey, we open this country, instantly team meeting, get on team meeting. Hey, this country's opening up. Let's get everybody on. Let's ask around in this conference call who knows somebody in India, right? India's opening up. Hey, I know some Indian people. I have a family there. I got friends. Great. All right, get on your list. And the next call with you is with those people on, and we're going to tell them how we're going to expand to India. They could be part of that, right? So it's important that you have these type of sizzle thing, and you should be thinking about promoting. And the nice thing about social media is that people contact you, right? If you do a proper ad, put some money into it, people will contact you. Yeah, so stay tuned for India, Rakesh. Some good stuff coming out. All right. So let's talk about, you got some leads now. And somebody asked me this, well, I don't know. Actually, the person who asked me this, he's not in MLM. He's a young guy, got into sales. He says, can I call you I have a question for you? So sure, I know the person. Yeah. He goes, he's in sales, right? He goes, yeah, I know that you're expert at this stuff. And I'm, he's, very much energetic. He says, I want to make more sales in my business, in my company. So I find that I'm very good at the forensic stuff, and I get a lot of leads, but when I'm on it, I screw up. I screw up. I can't seem to close a deal. So how do I do that? So the key thing about this is there's really an art to everything, right? If you want to make a soup, right, there's an art to it. If I try to make a soup, I'll screw it up. I don't know how to make a soup, right? So there's an art to it, and you have to. Same thing with recruiting. Recruiting, you're in the people's business, right? I would say when you're in the people's business, when you're in the sales business, you're in the psychology business. You gotta, there's an art to it. I think what MLMers go wrong, where MLMers go wrong, is that they're so stuck on the MLM side of things that that they forget what they're doing, what they do for a living, right? Now, the second part what I'm talking about now is different than the first. Remember, the first part, we talked about an ad that was designed for MLM people, right? So it was headline, radically different MLM. So we were targeting those companies that had a rough couple of years, targeting the distributors. This part I'm talking about, it's just general, right? It's just general. So recruiting, you gotta say the recruiting is a result of the product interest, because any business, and what do businesses do? Businesses provide a product or service, right? In other words, they provide a use case, a solution to a problem, right? That's what businesses do. So don't forget, what we do, right? We make products, we sell products. So to put it simple, people ask me all the time, my 33 years, and I say the same thing. What's MLM? Well, what do we do in Opolis? What do we do in Opolis? Well, in Opolis, we sell products. We do two things. We sell products, and we find people to sell products. That's all we do. We sell products, and we find people to sell products. That's it. We don't find people to recruit people. We sell products, and we find people to sell products. That's what we do. Simple, right? So when you do a recruiting, when you're talking, you're pitching someone, it's important that you talk around result of a product, right? You got to get the interest up on the results of the product and not the other way around, because people go talk about MLM, this, that, whatever. And look, if somebody's asking for, hey, do you have an opportunity to make money? Sure, that's how you do it, right? But I think for most people, they would listen to you more if you had a solution to a problem they have. And everybody wants a health solution. Everybody wants a health solution. What I find about people, even people who need the money, it doesn't necessarily mean they want it. How many of you know people who really not doing well? They may even be unemployed, but they're not interested in the opportunity. It's shocking to me, because I got my first job, I was 13 years old. It wasn't a glamorous job. I was a dishwasher in some restaurant, So I've been working ever since, right? So it's shocking to me that, people who need a business, and sometimes some of them not even interested, but everybody's interested in some type of solution, health solution, living solution, lifestyle solution. So stick to what you do, right? And the use cases, solutions that you bring. So you have to get people interested in the benefits of what you sell, right? They're not looking for business, but they're looking for the benefits of what you sell, whether it's fashion, whether it's in health, whether it's personal care, mouth care, whatever it is. So even when you're trying to recruit and your scripts are recruiting scripts, those needs to be around the benefit of the products, and it can be very easily be done cleverly. You can stick that in there, and I'm going to give some examples of that. Now, I think the conversation ends quickly when you tell someone, hey, you want to make some money? I think most people say, okay, this sounds kind of cheesy, right? Because that script has been used for 50 years, right? And people don't kind of fall for that. So you need to be more clever, more creative than those type of scripts, right? Something like this, let me show you how to diversify your income with my product line that I'm bringing in this country, right? So if I say someone talk India, we're going to India, we call every Indian person say, listen, I got a revolutionary product line. I want to tell you about the benefits of the product line, and we're going to expand those benefits into India, right? Nobody says no to that. Nobody says no to that. But you call someone and say, hey, listen, I wish I would make a fortune because I'm bringing my business to India. They may or may not. But people are open, even people that I know financially struggling. And I can tell you, we're in many, many countries, and a lot of those countries are small countries, and people, they don't make a lot of money. and yet they still buy the Fountain of Life religiously, right? That means, you know, people want it, they need it, they want it, and they need it. So let me show you how to diversify your income with this product line. So if I'm talking to somebody, you know, say, hey, listen, launch my own e-commerce business, revolutionary products, and I'm going to show you. I want to show you, you know, if the benefits, and if you're interested, how to diversify your income with it. It's a nice way of putting it than, hey, you want to make some money? Let me show you. So it's a little bit different, it's more professional, and people will take it better, right? Or how about this? Let me show you how you can earn residual income with this product line, right? So now remember, these are recruiting scripts. Now, this is not, we're not looking for customers. These are recruiting scripts, but even the recruiting scripts are based around the product line, right? So you attach the money to the benefits of the product line. You attach the money to everything ends with the product line, because people will take it better. People very much open to look at product lines. I mean, how many times you guys go shopping? Look, you don't buy anything, but it's like window shopping, right? People are interested in product lines. You know, if somebody says, let's go to the mall, look around, you say, fine. Hey, you want to go to our opportunity meeting, you know, recruiting? No thanks, right? So you base your scripts around product lines. How about this one? Let me show you how you can start a business with this product line. So once you've shown them the product benefits and all this stuff, so, oh, it sounds good. Hey, listen, you know anyone, you can always go third party. You know anyone that wants to start a business with this product line? I'm looking to expand my business. So again, your recruiting scripts should be around the product line, right? And becomes a nice conversation. So this type of approach, you know, also what it does, it eliminates the MLM objection. Look, I can tell you something. I can say this with confidence. I can say this with confidence because 90% of the people who say no to the MLM opportunity, they would say yes to the MLM opportunity if they saw the presentation and they were approached properly and they were given, you know, the kits. And because most MLM companies, I mean, they're good looking companies. They may not be good companies, but they're good up front, right? They're really good up front because they put the best face up front. But we never get to that level, right? We never get to that level because we come up with a bad line and it just doesn't look professional. So we need to become professional. Keep doing it. So again, this type of approach eliminates all the MLM objections because we don't even talk about that, right? We talk about, let me show you how to make a residual income with this product line. Let me show you how to diversify your income with this product line. Let me show you how I can start business product. Let me show you how can we become part of a launch team in this country with this product line. We're not talking MLM, right? It doesn't matter how we pay. We're talking about the business, the core business itself. And what we're doing here is promoting our products because pretty much of what we sell and not the method of distribution. So the method of distribution is the MLM side, right? But that's irrelevant. McDonald's and Rolls-Royce are technically in the same method of distribution. It's the franchise business, right? So McDonald's and Rolls-Royce do the exact same thing, right? They're both in the franchise method of distribution. But you don't hear Rolls-Royce says, hey, we're in a franchise business. No, Royce said we're in a Rolls-Royce selling business. McDonald's says we're in a Big Mac selling business. They don't say, oh, we're in a franchise business. So in MLM, it's the same thing. You don't have to talk about the MLM. That's a distribution. That's all. That's the method of distribution. You can still approach people for the business the way I just told you. Diversify your income. Start your own business. Get residual income. You know, become part of expansion. Who do you know who wants to start a business? You can do that by finishing around with this product line. So the focus becomes the product line. All right. Hope this was helpful for you. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. We got about time. Yeah, we got about 13 minutes or so. So Henry, you know, any comments from you? Anyone else? I'd love to hear it.
Yes, for sure. Wow. We are taking so much for granted what we are getting from Opulence Global, and we just get so used to it. We never count our blessings enough. And you have listed so many advantages. I actually myself, I listed 28 advantages that we have. I usually share a file with the people, new prospects. I go through all these details. Every time I need to compare our company to other companies, So I do that all the time now. You added a few bullets to my line again. That would just make the list even longer. So we are all focusing on how blessed we are. We try to enrich that line and show people. When you show the difference to people, they can open up their mind, because not everybody is being well trained, well educated. Not everybody has the same type of experience what our CEO has brought to us. So we designed the system where it is meant for the ordinary people to succeed. We're not really have to target the ivory tower people who have millions of dollars already, and those are not for us. We are the ordinary people. We deal with ordinary people, and that's how the system is meant to be. And we have a lot. We can help a lot of people along the line where we have people that need help, and financially and health-wise. So we can cover everything, every corner of the world, where every level of class, and then every type of people, every age of people. So we are the one that can cover everything that's needed. So we have the tools. I always say, when you have the diamond cutting tool, you can absorb a lot of jobs. If you don't have the tool, you won't be able to cut the diamonds, the hard ones. So we have the diamond cutting tool, where we can just handle any jobs. So with the product lines, different lines, we have so broad product lines that cater to different interest level, different consumer capacity level. So we just can appeal to everybody around the world. And we are the only company that is doing business in 208 countries and territories. I don't think any other company in this industry is able to do that. And we are so unique with our fashion line, with our other product lines that don't need the license and need all these things that is necessary. For some other companies that I used to be with, after 30 years, they are still in 4 countries, 5 countries, and they just have difficulty doing the things that we are doing. And they just have to limit what they can do with those countries. And that's one of the biggest advantages that we have. We have the global reach with the total service that is taking care of everything. So we just made the system easy, the platform so easy. It's almost like a fast-going bullet train. You just have to hook up your cart to the bullet train, and it will run as fast as you can imagine. And that's how we are. And I hope everybody can understand the advantage that we have and enjoy the run. And also, our CEO is talking about the longevity. When you do a company, you're not looking for fast money. You're not looking for something just to make some quick cash. You're looking for the next generation to come. You're looking for to build a wealth for generation to come. And that you really have to look for the longevity of the country, the company, where we already have 17 years going on 18. And just to have another 50, 70 years to come, you will have 3 generations covered. So, and we know that our CEO is building it for us, and then his son is lined up in the next generation to come. And that's where we feel confident and comfortable that we are going to have longevity. So we have leaders like Rene, who is 41 years old, right? He's going to need us another 30 years at least. So we have all these trainings, and everything is being well established. So welcome aboard and enjoy the run. Okay, we're opening up the lines for everybody else to come up. So if you are ready, just raise your hand. We'll open your mic and your video, so you will be online with us. Anybody who would like to share? And I know there is a couple of questions here from Christopher Brown. He said, when can we buy the Exit coin? And when will the Exit coin website be ready?
Well, the token is ready. The token's ready. It's been ready for a while. What the delay is, it's the corporate side of it. It's a lot of work. Cryptocurrency, it's still fairly new. And so we want to make sure that we don't have, because we're a global business, we want to make sure that we completely separate it from opulence, where there's no connection. So your checks, your business is safe. You don't get debanked by your bank, because all of a sudden you get an exit and all of us. So we want to separate it because this stuff happens. There are some countries that are becoming more crypto friendly, and it takes time, but you have to be careful. So we're setting up a corporation. We're looking at which countries are best to set this company up that's going to launch Exit. Of course, we're going to accept Exit. That's how we connect with that. It's like Tesla is accepting Bitcoin, right? Tesla doesn't own Bitcoin. It's two different things, but this is accept. So we're going to be accepting Exit. And so we have to choose a country. So much work. I'm paying people at $600 US an hour to try to figure these things out. And country has to be crypto friendly. It has to be bank friendly. It has to be tax friendly. Yeah. So some countries are crypto friendly, but you can't open bank accounts. Some countries are bank friendly, but they don't. They're not tax friendly. Some are. So you have to find a country that does all three. So we got these law firms going. My mind just. So and nothing is quick. Nothing is quick. Of course, we're running a business in the meantime. So then another twist came in, which was a beautiful surprise. And we decided that we got an opportunity to actually buy an exchange. This is a big idea, guys. This is a big idea. So forget about being on someone else's exchange and worry about all the junk that may happen with that. Imagine owning our own exchange just to host Exit. So that came to me out of nowhere. I was so excited. Not out of nowhere, my friend actually, they own a big financial company. He found out what I was doing. Turns out they actually designed and sold one of the biggest exchanges called BitBuy in Canada. They just sold it to the billionaire Kevin O'Leary. He just bought it. So they said, Ramin, we have the source code, and why don't we partner up? And so actually we've done our thing, and our offer is going in on Friday. So I'm going to buy this exchange. It's in Panama today, but it could be anywhere. So I'm doing all the background work, so the token's ready. It's ready for a while. Actually, it's got a lot of cool options. Did you guys notice your back office? You showed up, right? You could, if you're not seeing it, you're not in your back office. You should be in your back office every single hour of the day. If you haven't seen it, you're not in your back office. There's already an exit tracker was implemented in your back office, I think yesterday or today. So that tells you, right? We're going towards that. Trust me, I'm excited. We got a lot of people excited who are not even in opulence. Another thing I want to do is make sure that tokenomics, we're not doing this for money. So I want to control outside influence. This is us. This is for us. This is for us. Okay, outside people can come and buy. That's fine. But they need to come within our culture. I don't want this pump and dump stuff. There's companies through Launchpad that's offering me a couple of $1 million in advance to buy the stuff as you should normal in crypto. They want to buy it in advance. And of course, when it goes up, they want to dump it. That's what you get a lot of this. And I'm very, very straight about that. If I was to accept an offer from them, they would go based on the contract that they can't dump. And they don't like that. They don't like that. But we have a lot of people interested. So the answer to the question, initially I said 2 weeks, but then the exchange scenario came, which was a big opportunity, huge opportunity, big money, a 7-figure investment on that alone. So we're working on that. We have a fantastic thing going on. You know what? I'll know better next week, but it's ready. So as soon as we done the corporate stuff behind it, you guys will have a week notice. Guys, you got a week notice. And here's another thing we're doing while we're taking our time. The way crypto works, you have to go get a MetaMask, and you have to There's a process involved. It's not hard, but it's a process. Then you have to connect that to PancakeSwap, which is another exchange. Then you have to buy BNB, be able to use that token to buy exit. So the process, there's a process to be learned. We're trying to simplify it for you, where if it's our own exchange, you don't have to do any of that. So we try to make it so to do that, to avoid the process, it's a 7-figure investment. That means I have to own my own exchange, not use PancakeSwap and those things. So, that's what we're doing in a couple of weeks. Imagine that in a couple of weeks, we're trying to get all of that done. So be patient, it's coming.
That's great news. Wow. I know always we wanted to have an exchange for ourselves. That's definitely a great bonus. If ever we can achieve that, that would be huge. Just that would secure us a lot of funds, lots of interest, lot of credibility for our whole crypto adventure. And I'm very happy. I have been dealing with the cryptocurrency, and I know the huge potential in this industry, and especially we combine these two platforms, it'll be great. It's just simply something it's worth to wait a few days more. And also our company is also ready. Just if you're not very knowledgeable about this whole thing, you can just ask the company customer service just to buy it for you at the first. And then once you get better with it, then you can do it on your own. Especially if we have our own exchange, that would be a great advantage that we are trading in our own platform. That would be just unimaginable.
Yeah, because you know what, you deal with these bigger exchanges, they got so much scrutiny by the regulators because they pretty much list out anything they can get, and some of these things are not good projects, and so they go on the scrutiny like the banks are. So if we have an exchange for us, technically I can add Bitcoin to it eventually, and then when you guys get all this, right now it has 15 or 20 different tokens coins already in it, including Bitcoin. But I could see us, because we're going to offer staking, and so you're going to get a lot of interest, right? So a lot of people will come in, and eventually you can take some of your profits and put it, so you want to convert it into Bitcoin for saving, you can. You can take it from utility, put it in the. So I love to see people getting wealthy. I mean, we got a business that does incredible job with comp plan, because we got an incredible comp plan. But here's another way we can help people get wealthy, right? And it's attached to this one. That's the unique part about it. No one's ever done that. They can never do that. Where we make products so we can attach, and we make products. We already had our Opulence currency and shopping credit system in the system. Now we convert some of that into exit. It just, for someone else to duplicate that, it's going to take them 10 years to do it. So yeah, we're still trying to figure out, how to make this thing work so seamlessly. But from the investment point of view, I should call it investment. From the token point of view, it's the best of the best.
Go ahead, Christopher.
Yes. Good night, Ramin. Christopher
Hello.
Here from Jamaica.
Hello, Christopher.
I've been trying to ask this question. What can the exit coin purchase? Can it purchase only the Opulence products, or can it purchase other stuff?
Well, there is no token that really allows you to do anything. Otherwise, like you can go, because you can take exit on Pancake and convert it to any token you want. You can convert it to Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Cardano, whatever, ADA. So anything that other tokens can do, exit can do, because, if somebody says, well, Tesla only accepts Bitcoin, for example, right? Well, okay, take your exit, convert it to Bitcoin, and go buy your Tesla. So exit, because it can be swapped to anything else, it can do everything that anything else can do. But there's only one, but Opulence and this new website that we have with 1,000 SKUs only accepts exit. You can't use anything else. So they bring all their coins They converted to exit to be able to buy the watch and the bag. So to answer your question, exit can do anything else can do, because it could be swapped to other things, but nothing else can do what exit can do, because the only thing we accept is exit. We don't take anything else. So it's everything else plus.
Thank you for clearing that up, Ramin, because I'm super excited. I even took a loan just to purchase the exit coin.
I cannot make a comment on that.
Yeah, we are all piling up funds and waiting for it to happen, and we are the only company that are supporting the coin. There's no other company that has Bitcoin, no matter how big they are. You don't even know who is behind it, who is running it. Nobody has any information on that. We are the solid company. So we already have 125,000 people promoting it once it's offline. We have 100,000 people that have the common recognition of the coin, the token. It's going to drive the value up right away. And then
Don't say that. It's a utility coin. We can't say those things. It's like you can't say FOL cures anything, right?
Yeah.
It's volatile. It's volatile. That's what we call it. It's volatility, right? It's volatile.
One more question, sir. When is clinical and collagen will be released?
Oh, I gotta tell you what, I already have a testimonial for clinical. I have to do more research on it. I've been on this thing. Okay, not even consistently, because I don't carry it with me. But I took 2. I went to the gym and I felt strong because I work out. So I noticed the same weights I always do, it seems to be so much lighter. Okay, maybe I feel good that day. I did it again and I went to the gym and I noticed I'm feeling stronger. And so ever since I've been testing it in the gym, for some reason for me, when I take this, my body, it just feels different at the gym. Usually I got some aches and pains. I'm a little bit lazier. When I'm on this, it's like Popeye eating spinach. I'm telling you, it's like it gives me this power. It's kind of weird because that's not one thing I was expecting from it, because I've studied it and I know what's in it. I know what's supposed to do. And it's crazy stuff. But I know for me, and I checked with the scientist behind it, he wasn't surprised. He wasn't. He said they had lots of athletes using it. I didn't even know that. I had 2 people on this thing. Again, it's not supposed to do this. That it's not part of the claims anyways. 2 people very close to us used it. They both lost weight on it. And that's kind of interesting. And so we're starting to, okay, look, you guys be the judge. We already know there are 16 different claims that comes with it. That's insane. It's never happened in MLM before. It's insane. But now I'm feeling things that I wasn't expecting. And the weight loss thing comes in. I'm interested to know what you guys think. So we expect some good things from this. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Thanks for having me, Ramin.
Welcome. You asked what's coming out. I didn't answer your question.
Okay.
The product itself is ready. Believe it or not, the delay is our marketing side. I want to make it look very much pharmaceutical. Like I want it to look clinical, not like a typical MLM product. I want it to look, and we're paying. So we've had many designs. Our team has done an amazing job on, especially the collagen side too. The way they did. So I've had 5 presentations on it. We finally chose on that. And it's gonna look professional grade. You know, I don't want it to be in a bottle. It's gonna be professional grade. And I think we finalized the design, and now it's a matter of getting the print done. So I would say I think from the get-go we said it's gonna be early summer, and I think we can keep that timeline probably.
Can't wait for to have the clinical because I want to feel like that Popeye like eating spinach. Yeah, man. I want that strength you have.
Awesome.
One
Thanks for
question
joining
from
us.
Hanan from Singapore. She was asking, how can we attract other MLM leaders to our company?
Yeah, but tonight we talked about that a little bit, right? We're gonna come up with some cool posters. Moving forward, we're gonna put out some cool posters that you guys can take and put in your market, throw some money at it on Instagram or Facebook, and just experiment. Just experiment. We do have some announcements coming, which is significant. And one of the best places you guys need to focus is back home because, you know, it doesn't matter what country you're in. There's all kinds of cultures there, right? So find who's the head of the Thai community, right? You know, go to Thai church, talk to their priest or whatever, right? And say, look, we just opened up Thailand. There's an opportunity for you to create another revenue stream for your church through our Thailand operations. I want to, through expanding our product line there, I want to show you how that works. So again, there is all kinds of, you can go online, look for Thai community, Indian community, whatever country you want to focus on, you can find those communities online. You can find it locally, Chamber of Commerce. You can find it locally with the local, if you search locally, you know, the Thai community in Toronto, right? All bunches of show up. Find out who's the top, call them up. And listen, we got diverse product line. We've just bring to Thailand. I want to show you how you can diversify your income by looking at our product line and helping us expand there. So again, we're not talking MLM. We just want to make, you know, and I'm telling you, it's the type of approach that a lot of people would like.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that question. And Hilaire asked about how can we get more knowledge about cryptocurrency and eventually invest in it.
Excellent question. Once we get going, because you can really get lost in the crypto world. Literally, it took me a year and 1,000 videos to figure it out. And there's a lot of junk out there because there's a lot of videos on YouTube. These people are paid to say stuff like that. And a lot of people are losing money because these influencers, just like everything else, like on Instagram, somebody said, hey, this shampoo works, you know, for my hair. And, you know, influencer crypto is the same thing. You know, they're paid to say stuff. The difference is when you influencers promote a product, if it doesn't work, okay, you lost a few bucks. But these influencers on crypto, some people go and spend a lot of money and then they crash it. So you have to, I think what we'll do, just like how we do with MLM, I did the same with MLM. I did not allow out external training to come into our company. You know, there's only a couple of books that I promote. And so I will have a section where the videos that I think is helpful, you'll have a library of those videos, the things you really need to know, and we'll provide that for you. Of course, once Exit is released, you're going to have Henrys of the world and Renee's of the world and Rezas of the world who pick up this information, and then it will become part of their training, Now, we have positioned Exit as a utility token. What that means is that it's designed to be used as a medium of exchange between tokens, a bridge, if you will. And that's what makes it awesome. Because Bitcoin is what's called, it's a store of value. It's like having gold, right? Silver. You don't want to spend it. You want to buy it and keep it, you know, because, you know, it's property. It's classified as property. You know, other tokens like Ethereum, what are softwares for decentralized finance, which basically they do what banks do to replace the banks. What we positioned Exit is as a token, as a utility coin, which is a bridge between other tokens and real goods. So you can take any other token out there. I think last I checked was 30,000. First time I checked, it was 6,500. Now it's like 30,000 tokens. So, you know, we're going to put Exit, right now it's already registered on Pancake. And I don't know how many tokens they carry over there. But you can take anything they have converted to Exit, or vice versa. You can take your Exit and convert it to them. And now once we do our own exchange, we're going to probably add some of the major ones on the exchange. So now you have that option to, go between exit to Ethereum and back and forth. So we're going to expand this ecosystem as we go. I guess my point to you is that much like how you don't have to be an MLM expert to do MLM, you don't need to be a scientist to sell products, you don't need to be an expert in cryptocurrency. Really, our job is not to become in the crypto business. We're not in the crypto business. Our exit to us is another version of the Opulence currency that we already have. Another version of the shopping credits we already have. The only difference between Opulence currency and exit, they both do the same thing in our company, is that Opulence currency can only be used by our members. Exit is on the blockchain. That means it could be used by anybody around the world. Anyone can buy it. So Opulence currency is centralized through our company. Exit is decentralized. It's on the blockchain. It's on the blockchain and anyone can buy it. No one outside this company can come buy Opulence currency to use, right? Because it's only for the members. Exit, it's for everybody. Anyone can buy it and come and use it. So that's the only difference.
Are we going to have an option to pay with the exit coin directly on our back office the payment option?
Yeah, so all of that's called tokenomics. I think we have an insane plan for tokenomics. I think it's probably going to be the best in the whole industry because we have so many use cases that other tokens don't have, right? Other tokens, only so many things you can do with it. I don't know, send money here, is smart contract or something. Here, we could make exit part of anything we do in Opulence. We can, become a member, you get exit. Bigger smart buys, you get exit. So we can do so much with it. And that says, yes, you can obviously buy stuff with it, but we can do so much more. The key to cryptocurrencies is to control the volatility is when you create more demand for the token. So if there's more demand for the utility of the token, in other words, there's more use cases. If the more things you can use it for, the more people will need to buy it. The more people will buy it, then the value changes, right? So, and there is so many use cases we could have for this because exit has two very important relationships already built in it that other tokens don't have. One of them is, well, they have maybe things, but with us upfront, one of them is exit is connected to two major fashion designs, right? Fairy and Posh. So that's huge because Fairy and Posh worldwide customers, right? So we set it up that the tokenomics where that people will that Fairy and Posh will create demand for exit. Then it has another very important relationship, exit, which is Opulence. Now Opulence is a global direct sales company. So when they sell packages, people joining, when all the smart buys and renewals, those things, we can create demand for exit through all of that. So it's a very extensive plan, and it is going to develop as we go. So we're excited about the tokenomics of the token.
Do we have an advantage being a member of the Opulence company, or do people? I know people from the outside they can buy, but do we have an advantage to be a member of the Opulence company?
Oh, absolutely, because people who are outside Opulence, they cannot buy on our website. We're creating a whole new website completely independent from our website. And the prices on that will be extremely high, much higher than our retail price on our website. So there's definitely an incentive why somebody would want to come to you, become a member, because they can get the same product for a lot cheaper. So the question then becomes, how do the Opulence members can take advantage of that? And we're talking about that, say, similar to what we have now, where you would have a some type of replicable website of this new website where you could refer other people too. So again, there's a lot of work still to be done. First thing was designing the token. That took about a year and tons of money. The second part is accumulation, releasing it for you guys to actually be able to buy. Our own community have access to it. Let's worry about that next part, making sure that you guys get in early. After that, we talk about solidifying the volatility, and we're going to do staking. Then we can do other things. The shopping is last. Shopping will probably won't come in till early next year. So, early to mid next year, that's when other people, you'll be able to shop. The members will be able to shop before that. You guys can do, but outside Opulence, they cannot shop on our website. So they're going to have to, that's going to probably release early to mid next year.
Somebody asked, the Zoom user asked, how can we cash exit coin? I guess back to the original currency or Canadian dollar, US dollars.
Well, that's where the exchange come in, right? That's where the exchange come in. So, if you understand cryptocurrency, if you go to these exchanges like Pancake, they don't actually deal with, cash at all. So you basically convert it into Bitcoin or something else, and then you send it to an exchange that deal with cash. You can do that. But some exchanges deal with cash, some of the bigger ones, right? You can actually turn it into cash and get it transferred. Could be problematic though. I know a lot of people lose their bank accounts that way, so be very careful with that stuff. This is where okay, before we get to our own exchange, you take your exit profits, you convert it to Bitcoin, you take it to any exchange, cash it. Okay, so that's how everything is done right now anyways, right? That's how everything's done right now. But we're gonna do one beyond that, which is we're gonna own our own exchange. That's what I'm working on right now. And once we do, you can just do the conversion right there and get it transferred. So the reason why some exchanges don't deal with cash and is because when you start dealing with cash, then now the regulators come in, they're looking for very strong KYC, know your customer, anti-AML, anti-money laundering stuff. So it becomes, difficult for the members to be able to register, and you got to provide all kinds of documents and so forth. So, decision comes with the exchange. Do we need to go through that, or should we just do the swap and let them take the token somewhere else and cash it somewhere else? Some decide not to deal with that, like PancakeSwap, Uniswap, all these guys. And by the way, they do the most volume because people don't want to go through that process. They just want to invest and keep, right? But there are some bigger ones like Crypto.com or Binance and those guys, they do. And then, so the process of registration is different. And you go through that and you can open an account. So in other words, yes, there is an exit strategy. It is a bit of work. That's why we did exit, because a lot of these people who have all these profits, they really don't know how to spend it. And this is where we come in. Listen, our products are not new to you. What's new to everybody else? And they love to take some of those profits and throw it into that fairy watch, which they cannot do right now, right? Or any old watch. Nobody accepts these things, right? But we were the first to say, hey, you can take exit, come here. There's 1,000 SKUs. Nothing stops us if you want it later on to say, hey, we made a partnership with Louis Vuitton and they're going to start selling this stuff on this website, right? Now, that's not my plan. But I'm just saying it's become exit. It's going to become a utility in which you can convert your profits in crypto into real stuff.
Yeah, if you want to cash your exit into Canadian dollar, I know directly where you change it to Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then you change it back to Canadian dollar, like on ShakePay. You can send the money from ShakePay to your bank account. So that's how you exit.
There's a lot of ways. Yeah, that's what's a good one you just mentioned as well. There's a lot of ways to do that. You'll pick that stuff up. I would say it's probably still easier than doing banking, because if you're doing international business, banking is a difficult thing. I'm telling you, it's a very difficult thing. So crypto makes it a lot easier.
All right, I think we are running short of time, out of time, whichever way. So we had a great session. It's a lot of information, lots of excitement, and Web 3.0 is really attracting a lot of attention. I know a lot of people in our circle of friends and in this crypto circle, they are already asking, can now our FIST coin, our AMBAM coin, can we pair with yours and then do the staking? So there are a lot of interest that wants to get connected, associated with our coin. So there's a lot of excitement, lots of things, people looking forward to our exit go online. So thank you very much, everybody, for getting on the call tonight. I'm sure there are more questions, but we have more sessions coming. And the next one we are going to, the next meeting we have is on Saturday night training, and then we have another one Monday, the product Crossfire. So it's all coming. I'm going to host the other two calls, so welcome to support us and get your questions answered. Get your excitement, continue to go. Build your confidence and to the billion.
Stay forensic and to the billion.
Thank you for everybody across the world. And thank you very much for attending and have a great night.